A lot of adults move through life with a strange, private feeling. They go to work, answer messages, pay bills, make plans, and still feel like their real life has not started yet. Nothing may look obviously broken from the outside, which makes the feeling even harder to explain. The problem is often not laziness or lack of ideas. It is a kind of waiting mode. You keep telling yourself that you are preparing, healing, improving, or getting ready, while the part you call your actual life keeps moving one step further into the future. This script is about why that happens and how to break it. One major reason is fear of irreversible failure. If you never fully commit to the career you want, the city you want, the relationship you want, or the project you dream about, then part of you gets to keep the fantasy alive. As long as the real test never begins, the imagined future can stay perfect. Psychologists who study self-handicapping and avoidance often point out that people protect self-esteem by keeping a little distance from the exam. Potential feels safer than proof. If you have not truly started, then you never have to face the possibility that full effort might still lead to an ordinary result. A second reason is avoidance dressed up as optimization. Modern life makes it easy to believe that one more course, one more year of planning, one more round of self-improvement, or one more search for the perfect option is mature behavior. Sometimes it is, but sometimes it becomes structured delay. You are not building a life. You are circling one. Too much optionality makes this worse because every real choice closes off other possible selves. Waiting starts to feel like freedom, even while it slowly turns into paralysis. A person can spend years managing possibilities instead of living any one of them. A third reason is the comfort loop. Human beings are easy to train, and convenience is powerful. Short-form entertainment, endless browsing, low-stakes routines, and little admin tasks can give just enough stimulation to stop discomfort without creating real momentum. That is why waiting mode often does not feel dramatic. It feels normal. The days are busy. The calendar has items in it. The phone keeps buzzing. But the deeper feeling remains empty because activity is not the same as movement. A person can be occupied for 12 hours and still avoid the one thing that would make life feel more real. There is also a social layer to all this. Many adults compare their own internal confusion with other people's external milestones. They look at job titles, weddings, homes, children, promotions, or polished online photos and assume everyone else crossed an invisible border into real adulthood. The truth is much less tidy. Many people who look settled are improvising. Milestones do not automatically create a sense of arrival. A house does not magically create inner certainty. Marriage does not instantly remove fear. Career success does not guarantee presence. Waiting mode is often less about age and more about permission. That word permission matters. A lot of people quietly link action to a future emotional state that never quite arrives. They tell themselves they will start when they feel confident, clear, healed, ready, motivated, or certain. But for many people, those feelings are not the starting point. They are the result of repeated action. Confidence often arrives after proof, not before it. Clarity often comes after movement, not during endless thought. Readiness is not a magical light that turns green. It is often something built by doing the thing, while still feeling halfway unready. That is why the first useful move is usually small and concrete. Pick one area where you have been waiting: work, money, health, relationships, or creativity. Then, turn the abstract wish into a behavior with a date. Send the application. Book the appointment. Join the class. Have the difficult conversation. Put a deadline on the side project. Reduce one comfort loop behavior that keeps swallowing your evening and replace it with something that leaves evidence of agency behind. The important shift is not that the action is huge. The shift is that it is no longer imaginary. It also helps to stop using dramatic language for ordinary uncertainty. Almost nobody begins a new chapter feeling fully authorized. Lives usually do not start with a trumpet blast. They start when repetition replaces hesitation. The point is not to wait until you feel like the kind of person whose life has started. The point is to behave in one modest but non-negotiable way, like someone already inside it. The identity often follows the behavior, not the other way around. That is a hard lesson because the mind prefers emotional guarantees before risk. If you have lived in waiting mode for a long time, self-compassion matters. Shame does not create momentum. Shame usually deepens avoidance. If every stalled year becomes proof that you are broken, you become more likely to choose numbness instead of movement. A kinder, and often more accurate reading is this: at some point, postponing stakes protected you. Keeping life in rehearsal may have felt safer than living it in public. That adaptation may have made sense once. It may simply no longer be helping you now. That does not make you weak. It means the old strategy has expired. So the practical first step is not to redesign your entire life tonight. It is to break the spell of the indefinite future. Pick one commitment with a date attached. Put it in writing. Tell one other person. Then act before you feel ready. That last part matters. If you wait for the perfect internal signal, you are giving the pause button one more vote. A surprising amount of what people call my life finally started is just the accumulation of moments when they stopped negotiating with delay and did the next concrete thing. If you want more videos that turn vague inner feelings into practical next steps, stay with this channel. The life you think has not started yet often begins in a smaller way than expected, and usually earlier than the mind wants to admit.